You know what they say, don't read the comments. Well, I read the comments. Welcome to Scarlett's Don't Read the Comments. And it's a nice thing about having a small channel. It actually is not all that hard to go through your comments and see what you have to say. And I have a lot of really smart commenters, and I don't get a lot of negative ones. But the negative ones I get, they're kind of interesting to go through. Oh, and since I like to think of these comments videos as a way to thank everybody for all the liking, subscribing, and all the YouTube stuffing, since Algorithmo and Algorithma are busy making recommendations, I have some kitty pics for the end, my kitty cats and all their cute gloriousness, or glorious cuteness, however you want to think about that. All right, let's get started. We are off with one that I just thought was kind of funny. And it's on the video that I did that's called Everyone Who Disagrees With Me Is Deceived, featuring our favorite, Mike Winger. And he made this analogy of how hard it is to find God. It's like sometimes you open the refrigerator and you can't find the ketchup. Rise of Dark Leela, in addition to commenting on another part of my video, this is the second part of the comment that I'm referencing, says, also in the ketchup analogy, wouldn't it be funny if there actually was no ketchup in the fridge? First off, this made me laugh, and also what a missed opportunity. I should have thought of that. So, congratulations, Rise of Dark Leela. You win one internet today. But wait, there's more. You also get the bonus of an updated illustration. Imagine if you were looking for ketchup, but you found mustard instead. So congrats, Rise of Dark Leela. Please use the internet wisely. All right, off to some comments for which I have some commentary of my own. The first one, also on that Everyone Who Disagrees with Mike Winger Is Deceived, B.L. Waxon says, you emphasize that God remains silent to many who seek him, but he has revealed himself to you already through Jesus Christ. I'm not sure if you're seeking a voice in your head or some sort of divine revelation to prove himself to you, but he doesn't have to. Soften your heart. The meek are blessed in his sight. He has grace and mercy and love towards us, though we have sinned against him and fought against his purposes. He will take us back into his arms. If you wish to know God, seek Jesus, whom has acknowledged our guilt and will take it off our shoulders should we allow him. The straight gate, S-T-R-A-I-T, gate, take up your cross and follow him. I don't know if that's a body of water where that gate is or if it's just a typo, but there you go. I don't know what it means to soften my heart. It's something I don't get. Usually when I think about this, it is to soften my attitude towards something that I already know exists. Like if I'm angry with somebody and somebody says, you should soften your heart because they have reasons and you shouldn't be so angry. But I don't know what it means with the being I have no evidence exists at all. So there's that. But I'd also like to say to B.L. Waxon, I actually came out of a form of Christianity. I was a Catholic. And when I left Catholicism, I was sort of a generic theist for a long time. And then it just kind of faded away. I had no bad experiences. Nothing bad happened to me. I actually have kind of good memories of my time in the Catholic Church and at Catholic school. So I don't know why this God let me walk away. Of course, I just think he doesn't exist. But in your mind, why would he allow that? I'm not sure. The last thing I'll say is the God of the Bible doesn't care about people softening their heart. He really wasn't concerned with people's attitudes. He came down and he forced people to see him. He just came down and did that. Even somebody like Paul was not looking for him and was in fact persecuting Christians. But you can go back into the Old Testament. I don't even know why it's all on me to do everything. This is an all-powerful God. Can't he figure something out? Anyway, let's move on to the next comment. On my Can WikiHow Help Convert Atheists to Christians, I had one commenter that left several comments. Let's look. This Wolf of the West 8019 left this long comment, and I'm only going to deal with the first part because the rest of it I just don't think is worth going through. But let's just look at this one first paragraph. I'm going to assume you are unfamiliar with the Catholic doctrine of invincible ignorance. The Catholic Church, largest denomination in the world, widely recognizes, I think you mean recognized, as having the best theology. Really? Teaches that God can extended salvific grace to anyone he chooses, regardless of their belief in God or Jesus. God, being just, extends this grace to those who would take up their cross and follow Jesus, if not for invincible ignorance. And the rest of the comment is groups that he says that God is said to forgive. Now, by the way, I was raised Catholic. I vaguely remember something about God doing this. Catholic Church has been good at finding workarounds for all kinds of things. Who remembers the limbo, for unbaptized babies and stuff? But I don't remember this particular thing, and I don't remember this wording, which fine, whatever. I've forgotten a lot of my Catholic upbringing. But anyway, I don't know how this helps your case. I have lots of questions, like, why is this the system that this all-powerful, all-knowing deity set up? How come there are people that can remain ignorant of him, that would believe if they just knew, but why? Why is this the thing? Wouldn't it just be better that we all were ignorant then? If we, he would know who would take up his cross. This, none of it makes sense if that he can just forgive anybody. By the way, while we're on the topic, the whole thing of there's a new covenant with Jesus and everything, if God can just change his mind, what does it matter what we believe now? He can change his mind in the future. How do we know that what we have going on right now is going to be, for real and for true tomorrow? But Wolf is not done. Let's see what else Wolf left. This makes me wonder what your actual belief system is. If you are even aware you have a belief system, if you understand its foundation and arguments, if your belief system is even vaguely coherent, etc. I used to be an atheist, but my religion was feminism, and it was only when my belief in feminism was completely shattered that I became open to religion. That's why I think the most important step in converting an atheist is figuring out what their actual religion is. Usually it turns out that their religion is sheer effing ego, and the only thing they believe in is that they are always right no matter what, and what they want is always what's right. The fedora tipping atheists who are euphoric not because any phony God's blessing, but because they are enlightened by their intelligence. And I don't know, I think this is funny. Not every ism is a religion. Feminism is not a religion. You can think of it as a social or a political ideology, and there are various forms of it. But, for example, there's no deity at the center of it. There are not a deity or deities. There's no supernatural required to be a feminist. There aren't rituals and rites that are in the worship of whatever it is that you're believing. Feminism is not a religion. So not everything is a religion. I know we say football is my religion or things like that, but that's being kind of funny and expanding language. But if you come down to it, not everything is a religion. Football is not a religion in the sense that Christianity is a religion. And I guess that when I got to this comment, I can't take Wolf seriously if you think that feminism was a religion. And I really hate this notion of I wonder if you've thought about what your belief system is. Even if I can't put a name to it, I have beliefs. I do try to make them coherent. I'm not saying that all my beliefs are coherent because, there might be some things in there that are unquestioned still. But I love this just assumption, I guess, that I'm just feeding my ego. But I guess that's all I'm going to say on this comment because I've got another couple of comments to go through, and they were on the video Matt Powell Has Reasons to Believe in God. Now this commenter, Eclectic Tub, I kind of think of as a fan troll. This is a person that comes on my videos quite often. Sometimes the comments are fine. Well, I don't always engage with this person, but this one I was kind of interested in. So Eclectic writes, isn't it a bit rude to make bingo card and use it on someone publicly? I mean, I can also play that game and make my atheistic bingo card. So this is the things that Eclectic wanted on the bingo card. No, not, isn't, ain't, won't, don't, doesn't, didn't, wasn't, haven't. It's a bunch of words. Stupid, fallacious, fallacy. I'm not going to go through them all. And guess what? I used it on your video and I filled 18 squares. Now, first of all, I do want to comment that this is just random words. They're not concepts or ideas. I mean, maybe fallacy, the atheists are going to claim a fallacy. But sure, you can make a bingo card for everything and everybody. And so what? These are just random words, which I want to point out that my bingo card was not random words. It was whole concepts that apologists come up with. But here's what I wrote back, why I went with the bingo card route. So I said, I don't know if it's rude. The problem with people like Matt Powell is he has been corrected over and over. A lot of his arguments were already corrected before he came of age. The point of doing a bingo is this stuff comes up over and over again. And I want to emphasize that I'm talking about these are things that he has been corrected on. And so I said, sure, you could do bingo on anything. What's your point? My point is the repetition of debunked nonsense. You can predict what kinds of things apologists will say and make a bingo. All right, so Eclectic answered me. I mean, this is easy. If you think that someone is wrong and he thinks that you are wrong, then you need a method to find out which of you is correct. And if that someone is using a different method, then you need to compare those two methods to tell which one is better. Bingo card is definitely a fun method, thank you Eclectic, to show your opponent is repeating himself and not bringing anything new to the table, but it shouldn't be used by someone who is also repeating himself and also not bringing anything new to the table, because that would be hypocrisy, and that is not good. I'm not going to put the other back and forth that Eclectic and I had, but I guess that Eclectic is assuming I'm a hypocrite because, of course, I repeat myself in these videos because I am responding to apologists and theists who are making erroneous claims. Now, I don't know how we're going to sit down in this idea that Eclectic has, because I've seen people debate people like Matt Powell and they don't change their minds. And the best we can hope for is that somebody out in the audience is on the fence and can take in the claims and see which side is factually correct. But Matt Powell, A, has a bigger following than I have, and B, is probably unaware that I exist at all. And C, even if he found out, he wouldn't care. I mean, this is somebody that's going after that sweet Kent Hovind money. But I just want to make it clear that it's not just the repetition. So you might say that my videos are boring and repetitive, and Eclectic did say they found my videos interesting and everything, but I don't find the content itself boring. I'm very interested in bad ideas and bad arguments, and so I find it interesting to go through. If you find my videos boring, well, I don't know why you're here then, but I'm not sure if I ever got through to Eclectic because we kept getting stuck on the repetition over and over again. That's boring. And that's not my point. My point is that these are people that are making erroneous claims and claims that they have been corrected on. And I'm putting out there in the space the correction. And I guess my thought is the only way we're going to come to an answer is like each person has to come to that answer. It would be nice if the world worked in this way, that we would all come to some rational conclusion and we could see and weigh all the evidence and we would know it all. But I don't know, we're humans. And so definitely there's a lot more going on in the background. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say so that this comment video doesn't go on. And I know you're all waiting for the kitty pics. So let's get to the kitty pics. So the first one is Carson, and she was enjoying a nice summer day. It's been actually kind of cool out here in New Jersey, and so she was out just enjoying the day, grooving in her chair, as we like to say. And the second one is Alex, and he's napping in what he thinks of his own personal room. It's our sunroom, and he has a view out some sliders out onto the greater world beyond. So there you go. Those are your kitty pics for today. I hope you enjoyed them. I hope you enjoyed this comments video. And if you have comments, if you want to add something to the discussion that these commenters put in, put it down in the comments below. And while you're down there, you know the drill. Like, subscribe, do all the YouTube stuffing if you haven't already, and receive the blessings of Algorithmo and Algorithma. And if you like what I do, you can buy me a coffee. That link is also in the description below. And while we're here, I'd like to thank everybody who has bought me a coffee recently. Here are a few people that have bought me coffees. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This household is definitely happy that you donated to the channel and creating happiness in the form of coffee and kibble. That's it for this video. I will see you soon for something completely different. Some more stupid. Definitely some more stupid coming. Bye for now.